651. Political and religious ceremonies are not allowed in the second home, New Oasis for Life community. 652. The following practices are not allowed in the second home, New Oasis for Life community. Building temples and churches. Hanging any portraits of gods, Buddhas, celestials, or saints. Engaging in any form of personality cult activities. Engaging in any furtive or superstitious activities. 653. The processes for entering the second home, New Oasis for Life community, are: learn and understand the 800 values for New Era humans. Communicate with other members on Life Genuine's internet for at least 6 months, submit an application if you are satisfied. If nothing bonds you to secular society, then you can enter and live in the New Oasis for Life community. 654. Small workshop production modes will inevitably be eliminated and replaced with the streamlined production mode. Small workshop style families will inevitably be eliminated and replaced with the streamlined style, the second home, New Oasis for Life community, lifestyle. Whether you approve or not, it is a historical imperative that the traditional family lifestyle will be replaced by the New Oasis for Life mode of life. The traditional small family system will be seen as an ignorant and backward lifestyle to be swept into the garbage bin of history. 655. Collective life is superior to individual life and is the best lifestyle for self-improvement and self-refinement. If you cannot blend into a collective lifestyle and go through edification and smelting with collective lives, then you will never be able to enter heaven. 656. To scale the highest realms of life and life, we should resolve to blend ourselves into collective life, because without doing this, our dreams and ideals cannot be realized. Mankind has not yet experienced a true collective life. A group of people simply living and working together cannot be counted as a real collective life unless all their members' basic necessities of life such as food, clothing, shelter, transportation, birth, aging, illness, and death are included as public rights. There is neither private property, private ownership, nor marriages and families. The members live together and share all their blessings and woes. Any differences between members in terms of status or material enjoyment would signify a departure from the tenet of collective life. 657. A perfect and ideal group is made up of excellent individuals. Without excellent members, any so-called ideal group would only be a castle in the air and impossible to achieve. 658. Consciousness determines existence. The state of consciousness will determine the form of life, and that will determine one's way of life and living conditions. 659. The combined wisdom of 100 cobblers can never match that of a master strategist. The thinking of the multitudes can never equal the foresight and sagacity of a saint. Democracy will always be the pursuit of mediocrity, the magical weapon by which to cling to bygone values, and the hidden weapon with which to strangle saints. 660. Consciousnesses sense territories. They like familiar places but feel uncomfortable in strange ones, so they usually reincarnate into familiar environments. Therefore, if you yearn for a place, you must first develop a conscious familiarity with it. 661. Consciousnesses originate from structures and they react upon structures. Energy is neutral, it comes and goes with changes of structures. Consciousnesses come from non-material structures. Different non-material structures give birth to different consciousnesses. 662. The ultimate goal of life is not to move toward death, but toward another realm, just as the ultimate goal of a fetus is not to grow in the womb, but to enter the human world. Human society is like a big womb. One must transit through the passageway which appears as death in order to advance to their next realm. Therefore, death is not the end, it is the beginning of another journey of life. 663. Do not learn too many skills, specializing in one is enough. Even without much expertise or talent, one can lead an easy life, even if they own only one virtue such as honesty, diligence, kindness, sincerity, simplicity, or keeping the faith. Life is very short, so it is unnecessary to exhaust yourself staying busy. 664. Consider water. It takes the form of any container that holds it. It can be round or square. We also possess this property. Soldiers who are trained by different generals will have different fighting abilities, and different environments will foster different kinds of people. If you live on a mountain, then you will learn the tweeting of birds. If you live beside water, then you will learn about fish. If you work with ink, then you will stain yourself black. If you often associate with saints, then you will develop agile thinking, sudden enlightenment, and transcendence over vulgarity. If you often mingle with laities, then you will have prejudicial and narrow thinking, and prefer contention and vulgar taste. 665. Have an idea before you construct a method. When your thoughts change, everything changes accordingly. First have a concept, then carry it out. 666. Holographic thinking is the highest realm of thinking. It is the thinking of the greatest creator and can also be called the thinking of gods, which is unimaginable to ordinary people. Buddha Sakyamuni attained formless thinking, Lao Tzu achieved Taiji thinking, celestials achieved visualized thinking, Zhuge Liang, Einstein, and the like achieved associative thinking. Artists such as Beethoven reached imaginal thinking. Common people's thinking is material thinking, and religionists' thinking is elusive thinking. 667. The most significant feature of elusive thinking is that every small step seems to progress forward, but it eventually returns to its original starting points, that all sentences from each theory are correct and irrefutable, but that they return to where they began after traversing big circles. 668. Long-standing habits induce mindsets which are very difficult to discard after they form. Everyone's intellects are covered by invisible meshes of thinking, and everyone is weighed down by heavy crosses, though they cannot feel them. Even after having felt them, they lack the courage and power to break away from them. Seeing people around them living in this manner sets them at ease and justifies their own behaviors. They become accustomed to their situations, numb and tolerant of them. They never think to ask, why are things this way, or, is there another, better way? 669. It is impossible to escape from fate without unconventional thinking. We should work on things that the world ignore and not follow the crowd, because 98% of people live according to planned programs. The trajectory of their lives have been programmed from screenplays. To avoid the confines of heaven and earth, escape from the bondages of 3 realms and 5 elements, and leave the realm of necessity for that of freedom, we must not resonate with the thinking and mindsets of the multitudes. Rather, we should act in the opposite way. Note: in Buddhism, the 3 realms refer to the following destinations for karmic rebirth. Kamaloka is the world of desire, typified by base desires, populated by hellish beings, preta, hungry ghosts, animals, humans, and lower demigods. Rupaloka is the world of form, predominantly free of baser desires, populated by dhyana-dwelling gods, and a possible rebirth destination for those well practiced in dhyana. Arupaloka is the world of formlessness, a non-corporeal realm populated with 4 heavens, and a possible rebirth destination for practitioners of the 4 formlessness stages. 5 elements, Wu Xing, is a 5-fold conceptual scheme that many traditional Chinese fields use to explain a wide array of phenomena. The 5 elements are fire, Hua, water, Shui, wood, Mu, metal or gold, Jin, and earth or soil, Tu. In the order of mutual generation, Xiangsheng, they are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. In the order of mutual overcoming, Xiangka, they are wood, earth, water, fire, and meta. 670. What is thought to be impossible with conventional thinking can be solved easily with unconventional thinking. Topology is one kind of unconventional thinking. It can shift positions of space and interconnect closed spaces both internally and externally, and makes it impossible to distinguish between interiors and exteriors, just as with Mobius strips, where it is impossible to determine the obverse from the reverse. Therefore, when you face psychological obstacles, spiritual depression, and difficult situations in life, never consider that your situations are hopeless, because unconventional thinking can guide you to find hope right under your nose.